This is One-on-One. Vincent Schweikert is Vice President and Publisher of New Jersey Business Magazine. Good to see you, Vinny.
Good to see you, too.
For those who are not familiar with the publication we're talking about, it's one of the most significant, important, and influential publications in the business community. There it is. You're just looking at the cover right there. I'm holding it right here. And I will tell you, for those of us who are in this world of business, of trying to be an entrepreneur, of trying to be in the know and have a relationship with lots of folks who matter, this is a publication that matters. I got to ask you, Vin, your publication's been around for how long?
It's been around since 1954. Right now we're the longest standing business publication in the state of New Jersey.
Longest standing. And it's interesting, the circulation is about 25,000.
Right.
But the reality is, for those who know, you walk into any business, any lawyer's office, any insurance office, and you see it there, and you know it's being read by many more than 25,000 people.
Right. We estimate through our readership studies and our circulation studies, we have a total reach of around 104,000 executives seeing the magazine on a monthly basis.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the folks, because just so you know, we have a relationship. We have a cross-promotional situation. We promote in your publication. We actually have some of your experts. You have people who write about all sorts of industry trends in energy, the environment, tax policy. We have a lot of your experts on some of our programs as well. Who are the people who read the publication?
Primarily the membership of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. They are the largest state-level employers organization in the country. They have about 21,500 members, and they basically are made up of executive decision makers in companies of all sizes. The majority are small businesses, but we also go to most of the mid-sized firms in the state and all of the largest firms. Of those companies, we reach around 97% of top managers. These are the people that control the destiny of their firms, set direction for their organizations.
Bankers, real estate, lawyers.
It's a very horizontal market. It's bankers, real estate, healthcare, higher education.
Members of the state legislature, people in the governor's cabinet.
Exactly.
These are people who are engaged and involved in public policy and the relationship between business and government.
Right.
And regulation, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. I'm told if you go into the governor's office for a meeting, New Jersey Business Magazine is in the waiting table.
But you mentioned BIA, the Business and Industry Association, led by Phil Kirchner, our good friend.
Right.
The connection, explain that. They are what is the relationship between the Business and Industry Association and the publication?
All right. There's actually 3 companies involved. The Business and Industry Association started around 102 years ago. We celebrated our centennial back in 2010. They were originally known as New Jersey Manufacturers Association, and they evolved into the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. About 100 years ago, they formed New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Company for workman's comp. Back in 1954, they purchased New Jersey Business Magazine as their main communications vehicle. That's the connection between
a lot of history here. And by
Absolutely.
the way, one of the companies you mentioned, New Jersey Manufacturers.
Right.
Bernie Flynn heads that up. Great organization.
Absolutely.
They are celebrating their 100th anniversary.
Yes.
When is that?
2013, they're going to be celebrating it in June. We'll be featuring it in the magazine as a cover story in June, obviously, as an affiliated company. And we will be spotlighting NJM throughout the year, basically following the history of the organization, beginning with our December 2012 issue and running right through next year.
You know, as you open up the publication, folks, and by the way, go online, you see on the website there, the information is available for everyone. As you open up the publication, riding a seesaw economy, right? Where the jobs are, all sorts of issues, trending green, right? Talking about the green economy, a lot of stuff about solar, the solar market, which is challenging. Growing an online presence, all about business challenges.
Absolutely.
And there are a lot of business challenges. Question, the Christie administration, the Corzine administration previously, every administration has a relationship with the business community, contentious or otherwise. Regulation policy, tax policy, how important is it to your readers what that relationship is between state government and the business community?
Well, it's huge. I mean, it's difficult enough running a business when there's tons of legislation that works against business. Business feels it. They hold back on their spending and so forth. What
do you mean they hold back on their spending?
Well, they right now there seems to be an easing of spending from the business community. When there's a lot of legislation, there's a lot of red tape, companies tend to hold back. They're cautious. They're protective of their money. We're seeing a great cooperation between the governor and the state legislature. There seems to be a lot of bipartisan working going on. If you think about it, 4 years ago they were talking about how to raise taxes. Now they're talking about how to cut taxes, and business loves that. And it's going to move New Jersey in the forefront going forward to get out of this economic slowdown that we've been experiencing.
Interesting times in the state, and there's never a shortage of important issues. People say it's about business, but the fact is business is about employing people, which is about driving the economy, and the publication is New Jersey Business, a publication of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. Vinny, we look forward to working with you in the future.
So do we.
Interesting times ahead.
Thank you very much.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and banking under the principle of stewardship. PSE&G, committed to improving New Jersey's economy and strengthening its communities. And by the law firm of Gibbons PC. Promotional support provided by NJ Biz, All Business, All New Jersey. And by the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and its monthly magazine, New Jersey Business. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.